Georgie? Welcome to the MaffmanJones movie channel. I'm your host, John Maffio, and today's featured film is the newest film adaptation of the Stephen King novel known as It. It was a mini TV series back in 1990, and it's remembered fondly mainly because of Pennywise the Clown, played by the great Tim Curry. But other than that, I have to be honest, I have fond memories of the miniseries too from my childhood, but most of the movie, both parts, are not good. It's fine for what it is. The latter half with the adults is horrible, in my opinion. But the first half has moments, but it's still, it could be done a lot better, and it hasn't really been made into a film. This is the first film adaptation of this novel, and man, does it work. It's directed by Andy Muschietti, who previously directed Mama, a movie that came out a couple years ago with Jessica Chastain. You may or may not remember. If you think about it, though, and you have seen it, it did have a lot of good qualities to it that lent a hand over to this guy to do a movie like this. This is my first personal experience of walking out of a theater being extremely terrified by a film, but I'll get into it. There's more than just the scares in this movie, by the way. But I walked out of the film being terrified, but at the exact same time, I wanted to see it immediately as soon as I possibly can again. There's a lot of great qualities to this movie that maybe give me incentive to return besides the scares. When the movie gets scary, though, it gets scary. It is unrelenting. It is horrifying. But as intense as it could be, it could also be a really fun Steven Spielberg Amblin type movie with these kids, the Losers Club. I really enjoyed every actor playing every character in the Losers Club. Standouts, though, had to be Jaden Laberher, who plays Bill, the older brother to Georgie. Finn Wolfhard, who plays Richie. Beep, beep, Richie. And the girl who plays Beverly. I think this is her first film, and if it is, hot damn, you're going places, girl. There's quite a few individual scenes with individual losers that help get this group of characters together. And if I had to have a little tiny nitpick, it might feel a little clunky getting to the part where they're united. But once they're united, this movie really finds its footing, and it becomes like an experience that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Because I felt like I was watching a movie that was just working on all cylinders, on all levels, and it just hit everything that I wanted it to hit personally for my expectations, and then exceeded some too. But the cast of this film, not just the Losers Club, but everybody involved, they all do a really good job of creating a tone and this world, this town of Derry, Maine. And you feel like you could live there, but also it feels like a town where everybody is against the kids. The film is played up that the adults in this movie are creepy AF, as the kids would say. I never read the book, although I want to now, but it does seem like what's more terrifying than Pennywise the Clown at parts can be just living in society in this town itself. Because this town has a lot of problems. Not just the stupid, crazy clown that's eating people in the sewers. There's more going on here, too. The main reason why, anyway, this movie might make, like, a ton of money, over $80 million this weekend domestically, and breaking records for September, is because of Pennywise the Clown. Movie with a creepy killer clown that eats kids. People look back finally on Tim Curry, as I mentioned before, and they do, and it's kind of like apples and oranges, but I really, really liked what Bill Skarsgård did with Pennywise Dancing Clown. His presence is extremely effective, and you really feel this evil presence at hand whenever he's like either talking to the kids or messing with them or even trying to obviously eat them. If you know the book, you know what happens with some aspects of this character, or if you've seen the miniseries even, you know where certain things are going, but there's so many surprises in store from this character. He's very, though, surprisingly playful. He's just like having fun. He's being evil, but you could tell that like he's really in that clown persona, and he's just like kind of like doing a performance, an act, before he eats these kids. And especially, he sets the tone in the first scene when the whole thing with Georgie in the sewer happens, the iconic scene that everybody knows about. From that moment on, you know this clown isn't screwing around. There's something very charming and sweet about him that you kind of get suckered into, but then you'll notice little details and little mannerisms in his performance that make you realize, no, he's just a predator. A very smart predator at that. I have not been scared genuinely like I have with this movie in a long time. It doesn't shy away with violence towards kids either. There's a lot of things going on with backstories of certain kids. Their home life is horrible in really disturbing ways. For parents out there, seriously, if your kid is like under like 13, I would highly consider not taking them to see this movie. Give them a couple years first, because this movie will freak them out. Don't do it. Keep them away. There are two specific scenes in this movie where I literally was like gasping for air where I was freaking out, I was audibly gasping, I was crying for help on the inside, because of the unrelenting nature of the scares, of the way Andy Muschietti directs. He directs beautifully, by the way, and hauntingly. Like, he really captures the essence of these characters of the Losers Club, but also, when things get scary, he knows how to push buttons and then, rip the buttons apart. But yeah, there's a couple scenes in this movie where I was truly terrified, but then the rest of the time it was just a really fun joyride. It was like a roller coaster ride, not to make a pun about clowns and circuses and like carnivals, but it really was a really fun roller coaster ride. And it builds to a climax where like it's so satisfying in the climax to see resolutions happen with seeing these kids facing their fears. And that togetherness really hits home emotionally, and the emotional beats really do pay off in strides, in my opinion. In strides? In spades? I don't know, I'm losing my sense of grammar here because I'm so excited to talk about this movie. Whatever. If this film ended and then continued right away with the second half of the book with these Losers Club characters becoming adults, I could have sat in that theater for another 2 hours. I am dead serious. And lastly, I want to mention the music. I do talk about music a lot in my reviews. I just cut them out in the editing room because it takes up a lot of runtime. But I have to mention the music here. It is beautifully composed. It is juxtaposed with the imagery extremely well, and it makes the movie all the more haunting and also, in a way, adventurous. It was a really fun score that I really want to listen to as soon as it's available on iTunes or Apple Music or whatever. Somewhere, I need to listen to it now. I loved it. But yeah, I think I can confidently say now that I loved it. It was a really, really incredible film adaptation of a novel that I haven't read yet, but I will read soon. Andy Muschietti kills it with his directing. All the actors kill it. Shout out to the guy who played Henry Bowers. What a despicable mother effer. Aside from the first memorable scene, it does take a little bit to get the Losers Club together because it gets a little clunky in between that. But once they find their footing with the Losers Club, the movie just like takes off. It goes soaring into the sky, into space, and the experience becomes one that I can't wait to experience again, even though this movie did, in moments, really scare me. It's adventurous, it's fun, and it really doesn't shy away from the violence, and it does get really, really scary. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's a mafiously darn good movie. Woohoo! Hiya, Georgie! Oh, that was Mickey Mouse, not Pennywise. But now I want to know from you guys, what did you think of this film? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, in theme with this film, what is your greatest fear? Mine is spiders. Nope, 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 nope. If you enjoyed my review, please like, subscribe, and check out everything else down below so you won't miss anything from me ever again. And also, quick shout out to Stardust once again. It's an app where you can make reviews, reactions to movies you just saw in 30 seconds or less, and a lot of your favorite reviewers and people on YouTube, or just movie people in general, are on there. So if you don't have one, go on there, download it, follow me, and then have fun with my shenanigans. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time. Woo!